Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chena and I will be sharing my LASIK experience with you guys today since I just went through it last week and everything is fresh in my head and I'm able to share everything with you while I remember it ever so clearly right now. And I've been getting so many questions on it since I posted on my social media. You know, it was such a life-changing experience that I thought, man, I wish I did it sooner, and I hope that this will inspire at least some of you to get a consultation just to see, you know, where you're at and if you are able to consider it. So just be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to support my channel. I would really appreciate that. But today we will be going over consultation, pre-operative exam, surgery day, post-surgery, and I'll also be sharing about Scott Hyver, who I saw, in case you are in the Bay Area and want to check him out as well. Consultation. Consultations are typically free. That's right, you heard me. So it's kind of like going to Costco. You want to stop by as many stations as you can and get all them free samples. All jokes aside, I would definitely go and see at least 3 to 4 different surgeons just so you can compare and see who you like more. The staff, the surgeon themselves, the technology, it might be different as well, and of course comparing the prices. I will also link below in the description box this site I use to check my surgeon's license to see if there's any malpractice or convictions filed against them, because you do want to do your research. They are working on your eyes after all. So on the day of the exam, I went in during COVID, so they did follow all the COVID protocols and guidelines. Of course, we weren't able to meet the surgeon that day, but I was able to meet him through video chat. When I went in, there was a doctor that did all the exams for you. I went through multiple stations of eye exams, basically testing my eye health and cornea depth and everything, my tissues, just to make sure that I was the right fit for LASIK. After the exam, I met with the patient coordinator who went through all the LASIK procedures and the process of it, also finances. Then she was able to let me meet with the surgeon through video chat. And you want to make sure that you are asking all the pertinent questions, because after all, you don't want someone who's like Oprah and going like, you can get LASIK, you can get LASIK, right? You want to make sure that you are the right candidate for LASIK. So some questions I asked were, does my age affect LASIK? Why am I a good candidate for LASIK? Does my astigmatism affect LASIK at all? What the percentage of people who needed retreatment or re-enhancements were after a LASIK surgery with them, particularly to achieve 20/20. Just to give you a little background, I do have nearsightedness, which means that I can see close up but not far away. And on my right eye, I have negative 4.50. On my left eye, I have negative 4.75 and an astigmatism of 2.0. So in my case, since I wear hard contact lenses, they do recommend me to take them off and not wear them for 6 weeks before the pre-operative exam. Because my hard contact lenses kind of holds on to my cornea so it doesn't shift in the prescription, it kind of changes the shape of my eye. So they usually prefer that I go through a washout period of 6 weeks before doing the surgery or the exam. And they're pretty strict about it. Even if I told them I only work for 1 hour, they reschedule me again 6 weeks out. So everyone's different. If it's soft contact lenses, if you have astigmatism, they told me that I have to take it off 1 week prior. However, if you have just soft contact lenses without any astigmatism, they recommend 3 days. But this can be discussed with your surgeon personally because everyone's different. I believe your glasses, you can start anytime. Pre-operative exam. So on this day, they will again go through the exams again just to make sure your eye health is in good shape before the surgery. Mine was about 3 days before the surgery, and basically you have to just move from station to station and, you know, go through the same ones you did the first day. They also test for your prescription. And I also asked them how the prescription correlated to surgery, and the doctor basically told me that depending on my prescription, that will tell the surgeon how much tissue to remove during surgery, so the depth of it. So I thought that was pretty interesting. On your pre-op exam is when you get your eye dilation, which means you cannot drive that day, and you definitely want someone to come with you. Here's a fun picture of me. Just to show you, I look like, you know, someone from Star Wars walking around town. Surgery day. So the big day, surgery day. When you come in, they will ask if you want to take Tylenol or Valium. So Tylenol is more for pain control. Valium is to kind of help with your anxiety if you have any, which I was like, girl, give me both of them, because I was so anxious going into surgery that day. I had so many thoughts and dreams about me going blind, you know, after surgery, or if something went wrong. So I was like, give me any medication you got. So I took both, and you know, Valium kind of makes you a little bit loopy, but I feel like that didn't kick in until after surgery. After that, the assistant walked me into the prep room where he kind of drowned my eyes out with a bunch of different drops. I think it's to help anesthetize your eyes prior to surgery. So then they walked me to the surgery room where I met the surgeon finally in person. Basically, I just lied down and they did more of the eye drops for anesthetizing your eyes. So some questions people ask me are, does it hurt during surgery? How can I keep my eyes open? Do not worry, they have that all under control for you. So during surgery, the doctor will guide you through every step of the way. He'll let you know where to look, because you'll be looking at red lights or green lights, and they basically tell you what to do. And they have a small eyelid holder that will hold your eyelid up, and they'll also place a holder on your eye so that, you know, it keeps everything out of the way, and there is no need to worry about blinking because everything is under control. So during that time, they do warn you that when they place the holder onto your eye, it will go completely black for 30 seconds. And they warn you of that so you don't think you're going blind or anything. But that's the part when, you know, they start removing the corneal flap to perform the LASIK surgery. That's the part when you probably feel the most scared, because that's when I started smelling like a faint odor. And that's probably them lasering away at my eye and burning something. I don't know, but you smell a really faint odor of like something burning. But that's only for 5 to 20 seconds. After that, they brush your eye with distilled like saline water to basically help cool it down, and they dry it with a sponge. After that, you're done. The surgery literally takes about 10 minutes total, 5 minutes on each eye. So it's pretty quick. I overthought this for so long, for so many days, but it was probably one of the easiest procedure ever. After the surgery, you know, everything was a little fuzzy and a little bit hazy. So that's why they recommend someone driving you, but you're still able to see. It's just you have this faint haze over your vision. Post-surgery. Post-surgery, there is a lot of things to look out for. Post-surgery, you cannot shower that night of because they don't want anything going into your eye. How I asked them was, you know, after you remove the flap, how do you put it back in? And the doctor basically told me that it's kind of like when you cut something on your skin and you put it back immediately, it starts healing over it. So that's what they're doing with your corneal flap. Basically, you're letting it heal on its own after they put it back down. So you definitely want to be extra careful and not to rub your eyes or anything like that. They tell you no makeup for the first week, no swimming or anything for the next 2 weeks, and you have to follow a pretty strict regimen of eye drops to help in the healing process. So they will dispense, you know, a cute little bag, and they have the antibiotic and the anti-inflammatory drops, and also the artificial tears, which you have to follow every 4 hours. And then the tears is every 1 hour. But they will instruct you the day of and give you paperwork and everything to follow. And this is for the first week. Also, the first week, they do recommend that you wear these protective goggles to sleep so you're not like hitting your eye or rubbing it subconsciously when you're sleeping. When you get home from surgery, they recommend that for the first 4 hours not to sleep, but if you do want to, and I actually did because I was feeling really sleepy from the Valium, to wear your protective goggles, and they just want to make sure that you're resting your eyes and not using it at all for those 4 hours, just to lay down. But it's kind of hard when you're laying down, you kind of want to sleep as well. They also give these sunglasses, which I don't look good in, but to kind of like help with the sunlight. After surgery, you both feel like you can't really drive at night because you're gonna see halos, or the lights are gonna be really strong and sensitive to your eyes, especially like when you're going out as well during the day. The brightness is just a little bit, you know, too much. So wear your sunglasses during the day. Try not to drive at night as much as possible until you feel like you're not as sensitive or you're not seeing the halos as much. So for the first day, I felt like my left eye was a little bit more irritated. It felt a little bit scratchy. My right eye was okay. So, you know, everyone's different. Other than that, I woke up with 20/20 vision for the very first time in 18 years. I think that is pretty amazing. I can't recommend it enough and wish I did it sooner. Scott Hyver. So I saw Scott Hyver for my surgery, and he is in the Bay Area in case you guys are locals and want to check him out. He has 3 different locations: Daly City, Sunnyvale, and San Ramon, and he works out of all 3 offices as well. He does guarantee a lifetime of re-enhancement as long as he is still practicing, so I thought that was pretty cool. He has been practicing since 1997 and attended Harvard for his medical schooling. He does do LASIK for the 49ers, so I was like, reputation is there, credentials is there. So I trust this guy. I hope that, you know, this does help you in your decision of at least consulting for LASIK surgery, just to, you know, get an idea of what it would be like. And it is free, so there is no repercussions on that. You can just go in, and if you don't want to do it, you can not make an appointment. So definitely hope this helps. Leave any questions or comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe for any future contents. Thank you for watching.